Hey guys and girls, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Feed the Beast Horizons with myself, Lewis. Hope you're brilliant, having a great day, and we have got ourselves a piggle. He is looking pretty fancy there. So from last episode, I've done a load of work around here, just snazzing it up. I haven't actually really made anything extra, but I've just, made it look that little bit more contemporary and nice. We've got some lights down here from Red Power, and luckily those guys work with the Forge micro block, so we've managed to put those in with a nice bit of glass. It just looks nice, when it's dark, it's all bright and illuminated and such. We've also got some new plants, so if we have a look in here, we now have gold, which is good. Let's get these guys. Hey, and we got another one. Well, hey, loving it. That's what I'm hoping at the minute. I'm literally just going off the basis that they're going to drop more of the seeds eventually, so we should be able to get a load of them that way, which is nice. And we've got a fairly decent amount of stuff already, so I'm pretty impressed, especially with the coal ones. The coal ones are doing really well, and these guys down here are my personal favourite so far. These are my ender ones. Yes, we haven't got many of those yet because they're fairly new, but we are slowly getting there, one step at a time. Now, one thing that is really cool is I've managed to get myself a load of the Christmassy funky stuff. These guys, the Christmas essence, and we're going to make ourselves, oh yes, we're going to make ourselves some presents. I know it's gone past Christmas, but it doesn't matter. We can still have Christmas presents. That is a thing. So let's get these guys and open them up and see what we got inside. Hopefully what's something good. This one gave me an egg. Oh, nice. What about you? Oh, another egg. Alright, looks like we're just getting eggs today. Oh, some leather and some coal. Liking it. Oh, is that some blaze powder? Huh. And a piece of gold. Nice. Alright. I'm liking this. Two more. Let's see what we got. Got another egg. Well, you can't have enough eggs. And we've got some feather and some coal. Oh, we got a saddle. Nice. Everyone needs a saddle. But here comes the cool part. We've got loads of this stuff now. So let's find out what we've harvested so far and how much we've actually managed to accumulate. So we've almost got 2 stacks of redstone, which is cool. We've got glowstone. I haven't got enough glowstone yet to do it, but we've got gold, which is nice. Now, gold and the ores actually give you the block, which is pretty funky, because remember, we can crush that up and do all that, so we'll actually get 10 ingots from that, which isn't bad. 10 ingots is good. Then we've got our ender essence. Now, ender essence is done a little bit differently, because you have to put it in the sides, and ender essence will give you ender pearls, just as it sounds. We have our coal essence that we should have a fairly decent amount of, so that's going to give us a load of coal, which is nice. And that's pretty much all we've got so far. But we've got a decent amount of stuff. I've got 3 strong. I'm going to keep saving up because eventually I want to try and get myself the diamond ones, which they're expensive. But once again, once you've got them, they're only going to multiply. So you just need to hold out and hope that they drop more of these seeds for you. So let's put away all our good stuff. I'm going to throw my gold into my pulverizer so we can get more of those guys. Have I got that turned on? I have got that turned on. Let's flip the track and we'll get into what we're going to do today. So I need to start accumulating a large amount of poop. As weird as that sounds, that is exactly what I need to do to allow my farm to be amazing. So that is what exactly we're going to do today. We're going to set up a farm, an automated farm to collect poop, and that is going to come in very handy. These eggs could actually come in really handy as well. So let's throw this stuff in here, all the bits and bobs that we definitely don't need. And we're very quickly running out of space. Once again, that is definitely a thing. I'm just going to throw them in here for the time being, and we will sort that out at a later date. And how are these guys doing? They're doing alright. Cool beans. Right, let's have a sleep, and we'll get cracking on with this. So we need to think of a place to put it. I'm thinking over to the left over there is a nice area, if we can flatten that off. I've gone and got myself a load of bricks, because I'd like to make the main farmhouse out of bricks, because I think that just looks nice. And we've also got a bit of coal essence on us, so let's go and throw that back in the old chest. There we go. Alright, so let's make our way over here, and we're going to do this guy. We've got our excavator, so we're looking fairly good on that part. So I'd like to do it around here, and I think this is already kind of a good size to be doing it. We're going to have to tunnel quite a far off in that direction, so it does mean knocking most of this down, but I think it's going to work nicely. And then the main farm building is going to be where we harbour all our poop. Then we can turn that into fertilizer, and then we're going to work on harbouring and abducting bats. Yes, because with this you can abduct bats, which is good, and then we can use them to give us bat poop, because bat poop is far better than your average animal poop. Yes, that allows you to craft yourself the awesome blocks which are cool because they don't actually ever need water, and they increase the tick rate chance on your crop growing, which is good. Now, I don't really know if that's going to work with the magic crops, because they have been designed so that they are meant to be, you know, fair, so you can't mistreat and grow millions of them, but we will find a way around that for our own benefit. That is going to be a thing that we do, because we are planning on making the factory. And if you guys haven't already seen, I started working on the factory a little bit. I'm just using cobblestone and dirt at the minute, but I'm trying to get a rough idea of how big I want it to be, and then we can go from there. So let's get rid of this guy. I'm going to get my sickle out in a minute and we'll try and push this back, but let's get this area back a little bit so we've got a nice bit of room to work with. I'm going to try not to fall in that hole either, because that's definitely something that I would do. Alright, so a little bit back, and I think we've got this. Then we can lay down the foundations for the actual brick house, where we'll harbour all of the poo, and then we have to work on the automation of the poo, which will be good. I never thought I would do a YouTube episode saying poo so much in one episode. We'll bring this back a little bit more, I think, as well. Yeah, let's just bring it back a little bit. Cool beans! And I'm loving these Tinker's Construct tools. They're working really well, especially with the moss on there. It's awesome. And we'll do a review. Still want more. I really want this to be a decent size. So I'm thinking the bat area is going to be underground, but all of the poop, there we go again, said it again, will be going far up into the actual main base area, which will be good. And then we can start using it and automating it to do all of our plantation. Yes, that is going to be a thing. Cool beans. Alright, let's go back and grab all the bits that we need to do this. So we're going to get some fences, we're going to get the bricks to make all the brick housing. I would like some hay outside just for the aesthetic side of things. And we might as well, while we're there, also have some regular crops growing as well, because they can come in pretty handy. So we'll throw all our dirt in here. There we go. And let's grab ourselves some bricks, and we'll turn these into the regular bricks, which would be good. Yes, there we go. Looks nice. Cool beans. And we'll grab some more. We're gonna need a fairly decent amount of these guys. I might throw the additional that I've got in here as well. I'm hoping we've got enough, but it doesn't look like it. Oh well, there's no worries. We can always top it up. We can always top it up off episode. So that's given us 64 and 40, which isn't too bad. And we've got a decent amount of wood in here for fences, so let's grab all our sticks. We're probably going to need some more, so I'll turn these guys into sticks as well. There we go, and we'll get these guys doing their thing. Cool beans. So let's just move those over, and we'll do the same here. Cool, that looks good. Nice. Alright, so we've got a stack and a bit of sticks. I might bring some more wood with me just in case that we do need some more, because we can always craft it while we're out and about. Cool beans. Alright, so let's make our way over and we'll start setting this guy up. The next thing we want to do once this is looking good is we want to get some hoppers, and we want to get ourselves some of the extra utilities pipes, because that's how we're going to automate the poop. Yes, that's going to be a thing. So if we did our farm building kind of here in the middle-ish, so if we had it kind of coming out here like this, we brought it out here. This looks good to me. And we'll bring it out a little bit more. Yeah, it doesn't need to be big, it doesn't need to be huge, but it just needs to be big enough to allow us to do this. So we'll fill this side in as well. And this front area I kind of want to keep open a little bit, because I think that would look pretty cool. So if we bring it up like this, there we go. And we'll do the same on this side. Just bring it up, making it look nice. Have I got any... I might grab a little bit more dirt, just so we can use it for building purposes. So if we grab this guy here, and we'll bring it round. Oh, I think it's going to look good, so we'll do that and do that. And then we can pop one there. And on this side. Yeah, this is going to look good. And we'll get rid of you. And you. And we'll do that. Nice. Cool. So we've got a little farm outhouse. I might change the way that's done just a little bit, and I'd like to have wood slattings going across it, but for the time being it's going to do the trick. So we'll see how many of these we can fit down. I don't think we've got enough of the bricks, but getting clay isn't really much of a problem as we're actually as we're on the sea, so getting clay is fairly simple. So I think we can get about another layer out of this if we're lucky. I haven't decided what I want to make the floor out of, but most barns just have a wooden floor, so we might just go with the old bog standard wood. Maybe use the spruce, because the spruce looks pretty nice, I think. Yeah, I think the spruce has a good look to it. But we've got 16 left, and I'm thinking I'd like to start bringing it in from this point. So if we had it coming in like this, and then did the same on this side, and then I'll tinker around with the rest of it off camera, because building is not really my best area, but we will succeed, because that's how we do things. Cool. Alright, so we've got the basis of where we want this to be. Now I've got some torches, so let's throw down some torches as well, so when it gets dark we don't have all of the bad guys spawning in here, because that's what they do. We'll throw these up here as well. Nice. So let's get out our fences and decide how we want this to rock and roll. So I'd like it coming from either side. Now if we had the first one here, there we go, and we'll bring it round here as well. Now this all comes down to the amount of hoppers we can make as well. So I have to remember that, because it's quite expensive to make all of the piping with these, because we need a lot of ender pearls, which is the biggest reason why I went and got myself the ender plants. Yeah. So let's get rid of this guy. Cool. Nice. Alright, so that's basically going to be the first area. So let's try and set this one up first. I'm going to get some lighting around this joint. That way all the bad guys will stay away. And let's go and grab ourselves as many of these pipes as we can get our hands on. Now the pipes themselves aren't the expensive bit. Oh look, we've got a ender thing there. The pipes aren't the expensive part. It's the actual connectors for the pipes, the inputs. Those are the expensive guys. So if we have a look in here at extra utilities, and oh my god, I'm caps locking. I'm having a rage. So we want the transfer nodes, which means we need ender pearls. We need loads of these pipes as well, which is redstone and stone slabs. So the first thing really is going to be to get us some stone, which I don't have much of. Do I have stone? Oh, we do. Cool. I cook loads up in preparation. I'm so good like that. So we'll grab a load of these. Let's grab 7, I think. And we'll grab some redstone. Nice. And we should be able to just pop these in like that. Is it going to work? Oh, we need the glass as well. Let's grab some glass. Good stuff. And we'll throw these in here as well. Nice. Alright, so 32, 64. That is more than enough. But we'll take another one just for luck. Alright, so there we go. Now we want the transfer node heads. Now these are the parts that are expensive, so we need chests and we need ender pearls. If we have a look in here, we have 8 ender pearls, which means we can make 16 of these guys. So if we're going to do that, we're going to need ourselves 16 chests. So that shouldn't be much of a problem. So let's go and do this. So we'll grab this and badam badam. And we have exactly the right amount. Wow, that's actually really convenient. Alright, so there's that. There's redstone and our stuff there. I don't know if we've got enough. Yeah, we've got just enough stone as well. Wow, we're on a roll. We are on a roll today. So, there is that. Now we need the hoppers for it. So we have 16 inputs, so it means we're going to need 16 hoppers. And those guys need chests as well, so we're going to need to make ourselves another 8 chests. That's fine. We'll grab some spruce from here, craft ourselves another 8 chests, and then we'll be looking good. So we can make another 8 exactly. That's 16. Then we need some iron, so we'll grab a stack of iron. That should be enough to do that. Cool beans. There we go. So that's 12. Oh, we're a little bit shy on the iron, just a tad. Let's grab a little bit more. Cool. So we'll grab you. Bam. And that's 16. Okay, right, so transferring of poop is in operation. I dropped my CD. The next thing will be the storage of poop, which will be done with barrels. Yes, we'll use jabber barrels for that, because I believe they are possibly the best way of storing all your poop. Let's wait for the night to arise though, so we can have a quick sleep before we go doing that, and we should have just enough wood to do that as well. I've done quite a bit of wood farming just so that we can do this. So spruce, yes, spruce wooden planks will go well there, and we're going to need slabs. Huh? Have I got any regular wood? No, we don't. Huh? Well, there you go. Let's grab ourselves some wood. We'll quickly make ourselves a ruby axe. I will get round eventually to making a Tinker's Construct axe, or we'll probably make one of the ones that has both, has the axe and has the hoe part. Or we could go straight with the axe that cuts everything down. That's a pretty funky axe, I think. But we're gonna need to grab some wood, and we luckily got a load of trees up here because I've been replanting as I've been going. It's the #1 gentleman's rule that when you're cutting down trees you always replant the sapling. Yes, that's if you get one though. I always like to try and see if I can at least get one sapling just so I can replant. Eventually we'll be able to get ourselves a tree farm of some sorts, and there's quite a few ways of making tree farms in this, which is pretty nice. We haven't got Steve's cart or anything like that, but we can bodge one together that will work. So let's lay that down, and we should have enough now to do this. So let's have a gander at the old Jabba. And we want the better barrels, which means we need a lot of these, we need chests, and we need slabs. Oh, we might actually need a little bit more. So let's grab a few more of these. And then we can make these barrels, and that will be used to store all our poop. Now, a good thing with the Jabba barrels as well, while we're on the subject, is they can be upgraded, and they can be upgraded externally from the barrel, which is nice. So we'll probably eventually do that. Another good thing is that you'll get your upgrades back as well. So once we're done getting all our poop, we can go back and we can get all our upgrades back, which is nice. The upgrades work just like the like iron chests, where you throw in the upgrade, it changes colour, it's all organised in colour and block type, and then you can get yourself an insane amount of storage compared to the 64 original. Okay, so we need ourselves a chest. Yes, and we'll make one for the time being because I don't think I'm going to be getting too much poop so early. And we're going to need some slabs. That should do the trick. Cool. Jabba about our barrel. And you can see all the upgrades here. We have the Mark 1 capacity, which is used with pistons. All we use pistons, and then the appropriate type that was originally done. So you'd have the Mark 3. The only bit that some people find a little bit aggravating is that you have to rebuild the ones for every one. So if you used to make an obsidian one, you have to make one of these again for all of them, which can get a little bit tiresome, but that's fine because it works out that, you know, you've got to keep a mod balanced, and that keeps it perfectly balanced. Okay, right, I think we're looking good. So we've got our transfer pipes, we've got our better barrels, we've got our spruce. Yeah, I think we're set to do this. So let's make our way back to the farm, and we'll get this rocking and rolling, and then we'll try and get some of our animals over, and then we'll think about where we're going to start up our bat area. Because like I say, I want the bat area underground, but it needs to work. So hoppers are going to be on top. And we have, how many did I say we have? We have 16, so we'll see if we can do this. If we can't, no worries, we'll make it just a little bit smaller, or we'll leave it and I'll redo them at some point, but hey ho. So we'll have these all going down. Yeah, we're not going to have enough here, I don't think. We're going to be a little bit shy. So there's that. So, maybe if we brought it in a little bit, that would work better. I think that could work. Let's just break a few of these. We'll try and get a nice square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah. So we can at least have it this size for the time being, and then I'll put the fences around it. But we do need to go under it, so we're going to excavate down a little bit more, so we can get nice and low. Nice. Oh, we're right next to a load of sand as well. Cool. So let's slot all these guys up, and I might even go down a little bit further so we can get right underneath it. Oh, that's limestone. Nice! I need loads of limestone actually, so I'll take all this. This is what we're using for our platform, for our factory. Yes. And I will need to get up here. Hang on. Cool. Okay, so let's grab our transfer nodes, and these guys are all going to slot underneath these. So we'll have One there. We'll have... Oh no, we don't want you doing that. You're meant to be sticking onto that guy. Get back here. Okay, we're going to have to excavate this area back a little bit as well. So we'll move those back. And then we'll reconnect it once it's all sorted. So we'll have one there, one there, one there. And you do need one on every single one of these. You can't just put a pipe on them. Even though they connect, they won't actually do anything. So you need these as your input into the system. So we'll use these. And they're fairly cheap compared to other pipes. There we go. That's looking good. Now we want to go into this guy, so let's go in here. We'll just go through here. Yarls. Looks good to me. And we'll throw our barrel around here somewhere. Let's have our barrel right here up against that wall. That looks good. Now, a good thing with these jabber barrels is you can input and output from any side. So unlike the old factorization ones where it had to be an input from the bottom and an output from the top, or vice versa. I haven't used one in so long, but these ones you can do from any particular side, which is nice. So we can have this coming out of here. There we go, going straight into our barrel at the bottom. And now we just need to fill it all back up again. So let's do this. We'll get that looking good. Let's fill this guy up. Let's try and leave no room spare so we don't have any mobs spawning, because the last thing we want is loads of mobs spawning. Or we could at least light this place up. If we light it up, then at least we can get back down here if we need to. So I'm going to put some torches around just so that we don't have any bad guys spawn in. Yes, and that should do the trick, I think. Maybe have another one down there just in case. And if we can fit one on that wall, can we do one on that wall? We can do one back here. Oh, we're a little bit stuck between an input and an output. Nice. Okay, right. So let's get out of here. We'll redesign the fence around this guy, so that way it's all going to be looking fancy. Yes, I think that's going to be a thing. So let's get rid of these guys for the time being. And we should be able to do this fairly simply. And hopefully it's going to be nice and it's all going to match up as well. So we'll throw this like this. There we go. And we'll do the same over here. Oh. Cool beans. So I would, obviously, eventually we're going to extend this to be much bigger, but for the time being, it'll work as intended. We're going to have to bring this guy back as well. Eventually, though, we'll have all our ender farms working, and they'll be doing a great job. Okay, right, so we've got all of this stuff. I would like to try and make myself a couple of doors quickly, so we'll grab our planks and these guys. So we'll do this and this. There we go, that's one. And we'll do one more, and that'll give us another gate. Cool beans, there we go. And if you guys want to know where that crafting grid is from, that's from the Translocators mod. You can go and push C on the ground, and it will bring up a crafting grid for you. And then you push C again once you've finished crafting, and that'll allow you to take the item that you had. Or if you push it without an item there, then you'll just return your items to you, which is quite nice. Just be wary that if you go and push C everywhere, eventually you'll start lagging yourself out. So be careful about that, and always clean up your crafting grids. There we go. Health and Safety 101 with Lewis. Alright, so we are connected up and we're looking good. We did break one of those, so I'm going to have to take this guy out quickly. Whoop. Oh, we don't want to lock it. We want that guy. There we go. So now we just need to get the animals over. Now, I was trying to think of good animals, and really, to be honest, it doesn't matter what we have there. I think, regardless of grass, the animals will poop. I hope. That's kind of what I'm going off. So if we at least try the pig first, because I don't think the pigs need to do that. We'll empty our inventory as well, because we've got an absolute load of rubbish. As far as I'm aware, the sheep only need the grass for the wool, so we'll find out about that in a minute. But let's throw that stuff back in there. We'll get all our wooded stuff back in here that we no longer need. There we go. And our fences. Get these guys back in there, because they always come in handy to be used. And in here we can put our limestone for the time being. Yeah, I like that idea. Nice. Alright. And have we got any room for our seeds? Have we got any of these seeds already? We might do. No. Yeah. Cool. Alright. Let's go get a carrot, and we'll see if we can get Mr. Piggle in there. And then we'll wiggle away with all the sheep and see if we can get those guys in there as well. And then, depending on how much time we've got left, we'll work on getting ourselves the bats. Or at least we'll work on how to get bats. Yeah, I think that'll work better. So, Mr. Pig, now is your time to shine. It's your time to become the Master Pooper. Come with me. Come, young one. Oh, you're a little bit stuck between the door right there, aren't you? Maybe you're going to need a little push. Oh, there we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, no, you don't. Get back in there. You're not going nowhere. All right. Follow me. Follow me. We are going to do some pooping. Yes. It's for the better good. It's for with great power comes great responsibility, young one. And you're going to use it well. Yeah, keep following me. Keep following me. Alright, I'll open both the gates. He looks very wary of whether that's a good thing or not. Come here. Come here. It's a good piggy. It's a good piggy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hey, there you go. You can even eat it because I love you. Okie dokie. Right, so now I guess the only thing really is just to wait and see if it works. Let's go and have a quick sleep. We'll start moving the sheep over into the pens as well. I'm probably between this and next episode going to make a load more of that setup, or just expand it and probably make one on the other side, and we'll see how chickens do as well. I don't really know if there's a certain rate of pooping, but I guess that's something that we'll find out eventually from the amount that we have in our barrels at the end of it. So now we need to do the sheep, and I'm hoping I have enough hay. Yeah, we've got a little bit of wheat. This should do the trick. So guys, come with me. We're going on an adventure. Yes, follow me. Oh, that door is really causing an issue. Let's just break this. Hey, there we go. All right, come on. Come on. Come on, sheep. And you. Good sheep. Good sheep. Oh, it seems only this white one. Oh, no. Here we go. That one's a bit of a rogue over there. Let's go in this direction. Come on, sheep. Come on, sheep. Way, there we go. We've got all of them. So, bats will be the next thing on the agenda. Those guys can actually be harvested in this, which is quite fun. I must admit, it's fun doing that. We'll just have to leave that sheep for the time being. He's taking his time. We can always get these ones to breed as well, so that's one thing. So, come on. Come with me. Yes, bats can be harvested. Now, to harvest a bat is a little bit tricky, but it's something that can be done. So that is sheep number 1. Sheep number 2. Oh, I fed it to him. That didn't work well. But, oh, no, 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 no. I thought we made that nice, and then you go and do that. That's not very nice. Wow, we do a lot of damage. Okay. So, any good yet? Anything in the tub? Nothing yet. We're just going to have to wait and see, aren't we? And let's make sure these guys are pumping. Yeah, they are, because we had the dirt go through originally. So I guess the only thing is to wait and see and find out whether this works or not. I might increase the range of my chunk loader over here. I did make a chunk loader as well. I think I forgot to mention that. Which, if you don't know what a chunk loader is, they'll basically load an area around you, which is nice. You can go ahead on these. You can go show lasers, and it'll show the exact area that is loaded. So I just want to have a little jump over here just to see if this area is loaded. And from what I can tell, it is. Yeah, so this will stay loaded, which means all of the sheep and the sheep and pig will stay inside there. And while I'm off doing other things, they will keep doing their thing and pooping, which should hopefully work. The other reason for this is that when I'm off doing other things like mining, all of these are growing, which is good. And let's see if we can get another ender plant, because it's one thing that I really want to try and grow. So we didn't get one that time. Didn't get one that time. Didn't get one that time. That sucks. Maybe we'll get another one soon, hopefully. And let's try these guys up here. I don't think my glowstone has been doing so well. No. How about the gold? Oh, there we go. We got another gold. Well, hey. As long as we get one of them, you know, get a double of one, I'm happy with that. And from those, we got 4, which is another 4. Oh, so that's another 4 of the inputs that we could have made as well. It's the extra utilities inputs. Okay, right. So let's have a look at how we're going to harvest bats, which is fairly fun. So the main thing that you want to do is you want to have a look in here in NEI, and you can craft yourself one of these, a bat net. Yes, you need some string and some sticks. Now if we have a look in here, we should have some sticks, and we should have some string in here, hopefully, that I've got from a spider of some sort. Yeah, there we go. And let's see if we can craft this guy. I might need some more sticks. No, we've got just enough to make one bat net. Sweet. Now, I've never actually properly played around with a bat net, so I don't know what to expect, whether it's going to be good or bad, but we're going to go down into one of my mines, and we're going to see if we can find a bat. Yes, and let's see if these guys have done anything yet. Oh, nothing yet. I wonder if they're going to need grass to do their business, or whether they're not going to do it on hoppers. We'll have to wait and see. Except for that, I could put grass around the edge, and if they poop on there, it should be sucked into the hopper. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We'll give it some time and see how that works out. If it doesn't work, then it's always something that can be changed at a later date. But let's go and see if we can find ourselves a bat downstairs, and there should be a good entrance into a cave around here that I found. Now, I have lit most of these places up, I think. Yep. So if we go down here, we shouldn't have too much of an issue with bad people. I do need to create myself some armor quite rapidly as well. Now I want to spend some time with metallurgy and having a look at the different types of armors, because I know there's a fair few different types that we can use. And there's quite a few alloys and mixed metals that you can put together, which looks pretty funky, but I have no idea which ones are good and which ones aren't at the minute, because I haven't really done much research into it. But eventually we'll do some research into that and hopefully come up with some awesome armor that we can use. I know there's different weapons that steal life, and there's weapons that slow the enemy and whatnot, but armor is really the main thing, because we've got a pretty decent sword. Even though we can use with this with Horizons, you have got extra, I think it's called extra tick in, which allows you to craft items in Tinker's Construct using metallurgy items, which is pretty cool. I think it works nicely. So let's make our way around here somewhere, and hopefully we're going to find a bat. I know it needs to be a little bit dark for a bat to spawn, but I'm kind of hoping that we're going to find one. There is like a giant pit around here somewhere where I found some bats, and I also found some pretty weird ore, which we couldn't pick up. Now, as far as I'm aware, that's metallurgy ore, because there's certain ores in metallurgy that you can't actually go and pick up with your every... Oh, look, there's bat poops. That means there's been a bat here. Ooh. Alright, let's throw down a little torch, so at least these bad guys won't spawn. But there's a bit of bat poop. That is exactly what we're after, because we need that to craft ourselves the better stuff. So we'll make our way around here. And there is an entrance around here somewhere that I managed to get fairly early on. I think it's down here, that takes us really far underground. Where are you? Must be around here somewhere. And I'm trying to keep my ears as open as possible for a bat. Yes, hoping that we'll find one. Oh, there we go. There's the area down below. See if we can make our way down there. Oh, that's not very nice. Yeah, we gone done it. I'll show you that ore while we're here, actually, because it's just around the corner. So if we have a look around here, there it is. That is the funky stuff. This guy, what is it called? It is called Atlaris ore, metallurgy 3. It's not something that we can mine with our pickaxe, so it's well beyond the kind of diamond mining level, and it's something that can only be mined with certain metallurgy stuff. Now, I am going to be cheeky, I think, and try using a block breaker on it, and I'll also try, once we get into Ars Magica, using the dig command on it and see if that works, because that seems to work as long as you have it on the mid-level tier. It seems to work fairly well at clearing up most blocks, so I don't really know how it's going to work on that, but we haven't found a bat yet, so I'm going to probably have a little skip here, guys, and I'll be back once I've found myself a bat. I'll see you in a bit. Alright, it's taken me ages, but I finally managed to find me a bat. Oh yes, so let's get out our bat net, and we're going to have a little, oh, let's see if we can grab this little guy. Come on, you little furry guy. Come, I'm going to get you. I'm going to get you. You're going to get in my net. That's going to be a thing. Come here. Now, how do we get these guys? Do we need to just aim at the floor? Do we just whack the bat? I'm kind of worried. Left click a bat to... Alright, left click. Okay. So, I was a bit worried that I was just going to hit it in the face. But it turns out that's not how it works, and we have a pocket bat. Look at that, a pocket bat. We can go ahead and throw him back down in the wild, which is good. And this is how we're going to harvest all our bats. Let's try and grab him again. There we go. And the other thing that we can do with him is if we're feeling peckish, we can actually turn him into a bat stew, yes, which is from Ganny Surface, which is a very hearty stew indeed, because you use your regular mushrooms, but you throw in a nice spicy piece of bat. Yes. And the bats are these guys that release the bat poops, which what we need to craft ourselves the fertilized soil. We can't make that without the bat poops. Now, one last thing is to mention that I ran across the surface while I was on the way here, and the guys are pooping. So, yay! Everyone can rejoice. The animals are doing their do. And, wow. And they are definitely making the stuff. So that's going into our barrel, and we can start harvesting that. I'm going to increase the size of all the hoppers and whatnot between this and the next episode, and we'll see if we can get a bit of a better farm going, and some better production, and then we can work on automating the production of the soils and whatnots, and we'll probably in the next episode work on setting up our bat farm, so that'll work pretty well. Alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. As always, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys for another one. Have a great day, have a good one. Goodbye.